Alright, so in my first video I had said that I have some suggestion which if Autodesk Maya developers could implement that in Maya, it would really make setting up the origin rig setup very easy. I mean, as you saw in the previous videos, you had to use the mult matrix nodes and do the world inverse matrix multiplication to get the proper values for your corresponding offset parent matrix. And annoying thing is that once your setup is done, and if you have to change the parenting of any of the job object, then that mult matrix node has to be updated again. I mean, you have to connect it to the parent world inverse matrix, so that becomes very tedious. So what I want to suggest, this is something that I was trying to do in my C++ plugin that I showed in the 2018 video, but since it requires to grab a value of attributes of an object which is in the same hierarchy of the current object, that was something I could not do. I mean, I think I read that in Maya API node we are not supposed to fetch data from somewhere else. The data should only be coming in from the input connections. But what I want to show here is that I have this sphere which is parented under the world. It's not parented under any other object. And what I'm feeding to this node is the parent matrix of this sphere. Let me show you in the node editor. So the parent matrix of this sphere is going into the translate, rotate and scale channels of this sphere. So that means I mean, if I change the parent anytime, now this sphere is parented under locator 1, but see what happens if I change its parent to locator 2. You saw that this red sphere jumped from this locator to this locator. So that means the parent matrix attribute on the object is aware of the world matrix values of its parent, even though it's not coming in as an input connection. So in the similar fashion, if every single node in Maya could grab the offset parent matrix value of its parent object, then that could really simplify things. I'll have to show you an image of what I mean by this. Okay, so imagine that you have your offset parent matrix attribute, and maybe we can have another checkbox, maybe we can call it relative. So when this checkbox is off, you have what is happening in Maya right now. The world matrix value of the PN locator going into the offset parent matrix, and it works fine. But in case if you have this relative checkbox marked on, then what should happen is shown in this image. I mean, I'm doing it here with these nodes, inverse matrix and mult matrix nodes, but the operation of these two nodes is something that should happen in the background. If Autodesk or Maya devs could do this, then we won't require any mult matrix stuff that I showed in my earlier videos, and that would really simplify the job. You can change the parent of the joint anytime, and your offset parent matrix setup would still hold. So what this relative attribute is doing is it's reading the offset parent matrix of its parent, just the way every object is currently reading the parent matrix values of its parent. So it reads the offset parent matrix, inverses that matrix, and multiplies it with the incoming world matrix of the corresponding PN locator, and that multiplied value is then going into the offset parent matrix. So if Maya devs could achieve something like this, very good. It will be really helpful. And if other riggers have some ideas how to do this in your API node maybe, then I'm ready to hear your ideas. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.